Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 8th. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Here we go. Set. Show the ending. Watch the run. Watch the run. Set. Good.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Good solid gain on 1st down. About what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Ready. Go to base. 44. Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check it. Check. Slam, slam, slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Hill to try again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Well, it's awfully tempting to go for this, isn't it?
It certainly is, and there's a big part of me that says let's go ahead and do it because they've got momentum. It's been a nice drive to start the game, but from this distance, the odds aren't with them at all. Take the 3 points, feel good about that, come back and get the touchdown on your next drive.
Yeah, and you're on the road, so snag the lead while you can. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set, ready? 15, run. 15, run. Topper!
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
40's mine. Too little, Captain. Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Well, hey, we're going Mike 40. Mike 40. Hey, Zoo. Check. Yes. You ain't got nothing.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Yeah, this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now a give right side. Cleveland. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
A big play to start the drive got them in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. That is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
No. 6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40.
Looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's just me and you.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars! Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit.
Check. Lucky. Switch.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. It's Hill, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Don't get nervous. Check your hot read.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
On second down now, it's Hill. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Kill, kill, kill. Hey. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Go Mike 50, Mike 50.
Jackson, option right. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On second down, it's Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
You got tape. You got tape. You free.
From the gun, it's a run for England. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
53, Mike 53.
Hey, orbit.
53's the mark.
Second and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Mike, come this way.
after the interception. Here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson now to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, team 6.
They'll set up to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 16 yards, a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey,
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Cleveland. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Ready. All day, baby. All day.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Fournette, a 1st down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Okay, ready? Check my 40. You ain't going nowhere. I got double time. Double time.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol.
He's coming. We got double up. Quick the edge. Come. Check 31.
Greystone, travel.
Wide, get wide.
Let's snap.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Bang, bang, bang. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Come off the ball.
Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Squeeze. Watch the pass. Hey, drop. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Protein spill. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A pass there complete to Westbrook. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Hey, march in, march in.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Hill. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go play action here on 1st down. Completes it to Lee. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Stop your whining.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
Take me up. Here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.